Welcome to the castle, everyone. My name is Nightsaber Z42 and this is Character Vault, a series where I go through the entire character creation process from start to finish in various tabletop role-playing games. And today, I'm going to be taking a look at Outgunned Adventure. Now, if you see my previous video on character creation for Outgunned, the process is primarily the same, but there is one difference that we're going to be taking a look at in this video. For now, let's pop this book open and see what that process entails. The first thing that you're going to do when creating a character in Outgunned Adventure is you're going to choose a role, and we have 11 different roles in this book. Then you're going to fill in your personal data, like your name, your job, your age. Then you're going to choose a trope, and there's 18 different tropes to choose from. Then you're going to mark the attribute and skill points gained from the roles and the tropes. Then you're going to add 2 free skill points. Then you'll choose and note 3 feats from your role and trope. You'll choose your gear, which is dependent upon your role. And then you're going to mark 1 luck, 1 spotlight, and 1 cash. Now, one minor difference between Outgunned and Outgunned Adventure is that in Outgunned we had adrenaline. In Outgunned Adventure we have luck, and the two are basically the same. For now, let's go ahead and take a look at the different roles. There are 11 different roles in Adventure, and they are the Daredevil, the Guardian, the Captain, the Hunter, the Heart, the Star, the Professor, the Technician, the Scoundrel, the Smuggler, and a new special role, the Fortune Seeker. The 15 different tropes that we have access to in Adventure include Action Archaeologist, the Adventuring Author, Born Rebel, Cold and Distant, Cowardly Lion, Detestable Bastard, Dreamer, Flying Steamroller, Gentle Giant, Indispensable Rogue, Parental Figure, Proper Gentleman or Lady, Reluctant Hero, Salty Dog, and Wild at Heart. Now, which of the roles are we going to choose for our adventure today? Well, that's going to be the Fortune Seeker. Fortune Seekers are the be-all and end-all of an adventurer. They have a strong personal tie with the story or the treasure, and often some unfinished business with the rival too. Gifted, trained, and blessed by luck, Fortune Seekers have everything it takes to find the treasure before it falls into the wrong hands. And one big difference between Outgunned and Adventure is that Adventure has the special role, and the Fortune Seeker is the special role. A special role simultaneously acts as your role, your trope, and your background. You're going to mark it down on all 3 sections on your adventure sheet. When you choose this special role, you gain 6 points to assign freely instead of the usual 2. Additionally, you can choose 3 feats from the list for this role. Our Fortune Seeker's name is going to be Montana Jane. Her job is a professional treasure hunter, and she is an adult. Her catchphrase is going to be, "I'm sorry, I have to do this." And her flaw is, "I never know when to stop." Now, because we chose the Fortune Seeker special role, this is also going to act as our trope, so we don't really need to choose a trope. What we do need to do is mark down brawn and nerves as our attribute points. We don't just choose one, we actually get both. And for our skill points, we get 1 in the following: fight, stunt, cool, drive, shoot, survival, flirt, leadership, speech, detect, know, awareness, dexterity, and stealth. We also get to choose 3 feats from among archaeology, disguise, explorer, eye for details, fast reflexes, favored weapon, gunslinger, hardened, moneybags, saddle up, that was close, and thrill seeker. Our gear is going to consist of either 2 pistols or 2 revolvers, a compass, and an item of choice. The item of choice that I'm going to choose for Montana Jane is Dad's Lighter. This is just a regular lighter, but it has sentimental value to Montana Jane. Next, let's take a look at the 3 feats that we're going to choose for the Fortune Seeker. Just like with Outgunned, we have a whole list of feats to choose from. Actually, there are 42 in this book, and there are some repeats, like Gunslinger. For Montana Jane, we're going to choose Archaeology. You know history and the myths that surround it like the back of your hand. Gain a free reroll for all rolls regarding archaeology, dead languages, or the history, culture, and legends of ancient civilizations. For our second feat, we're going to choose Moneybags. Now, this does require 1 luck to use, and it's also a full turn. You inherited a fortune, or started at rock bottom and built a fortune for yourself. You start the game with 4 cash. In addition, for a full turn, you can spend 1 luck to find a contact, passage to somewhere, an invite to an event, or another service thanks to your huge wealth or fame. The last feat that we're going to choose is Thrill Seeker. When things get serious, just get out of the line of fire. Gain a free reroll when dodging bullets, arrows, or trigger traps, and for all rolls to get out of the way and find cover. And believe it or not, that's it. That's all there is to creating a character, or at least where the special role is concerned. If you're choosing a regular role and a regular trope, all you're going to do is look at the list for your role and look at the list for your trope. You're going to choose 2 feats from your role and 1 feat from your trope. You're going to add all the skill points for your role and for your trope, and you're going to choose the attribute for your role, and for your trope, you're going to choose one of the 2 attributes there. Now remember, when you're choosing the attribute for your trope, if you've already chosen it for your role, you have to choose the other. For now, let's take a look at the final character sheet. And here we have Montana Jane, the fortune seeker, who is an adult, with the flaw, I never know when to stop, and the catchphrase, I'm sorry, I have to do this. She has a brawn of 3, endure 1, fight 2, force 1, and stunt of 2. She has a 3 in nerves and a 2 in each, cool, drive, shoot, and survival. She has a 2 in smooth, with a 2 in flirt, a 2 in leadership, a 2 in speech, and a 1 in style. She has a 2 in focus, with a 2 in detect, a 1 in fix, a 1 in heal, and a 2 in know. And she has a 2 in crime, with a 2 in awareness, a 2 in dexterity, a 2 in stealth, and a 1 in streetwise. For her feats, she has Thrill Seeker, Moneybags, and Archaeology. She starts with 1 Spotlight and 1 Luck. She has a 1 in Death Roulette because she is an adult. If she was old, she would have another one, but she would also get an extra feat. For her guns and gear, she has a pair of revolvers with an extra mag. She has a compass, and she has Dad's lighter. Because we chose Moneybags as our feat, we do start with 4 cash. We don't have anything in our backpack or our bag just yet. At the beginning of the game though, you can choose one or the other, or both. Now, let's take a look at Outgunned for a moment, because what I didn't tell you is Montana Jane is going in this solo, and so there's going to be additional rules that we're going to follow when creating our character. So let's pop this book open to page 197 because we're going to be using the One Hero Army rules. So when creating a One Hero Army, you gain 3 important benefits. First, you're going to get 1 extra attribute point. Then you're going to get 2 extra skill points to assign to 1 or 2 skills of your choice under an attribute you only have 2 points in. And then you're going to gain 1 extra spotlight on top of the one you already start with. When going on a mission in One Hero Army mode, or an adventure in this case, there are 4 essential differences to the rules. First, you get double actions. Second, you can treat yourself to remove the hurt condition. You suffer no penalty. Then you also have bullet time, which is actually called something different in Adventure, but it's kind of the same. Essentially, when you use a spotlight to gain an extreme success during a combat or chase, you can spend 1 adrenaline, or 1 luck in this case, to slow down time and extend your action turn even further. And last but not least, we have I Want Them Alive. So when you're left for dead, it means the villain has captured you and taken you to a secret impenetrable location. Additionally, I would highly recommend that you start with a sidekick. Well, not really a sidekick, they call it something else. I believe it's called a supporting character. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to create another character, just like Montana Jane here. The only difference is they don't gain luck. And obviously the focus is going to be on your main character. This means that your sidekick can actually help out with rolls, they can actually make rolls themselves, and they don't follow the 3 hits and then done rules that normal sidekicks follow. So first we do gain an extra spotlight, then we're going to choose an extra attribute to bump up to a 3, and that's going to be smooth. And then we're going to choose a skill that we only have a 2 in the attribute and increase it by 1. And I'm actually going to go ahead and increase Streetwise to 2 here. And that's all there is to creating a solo character. Feel free to leave a comment down below, give this video a huge thumbs up to support this series, and I will see you guys in the next video.